So Tim, those sort of games you get tripped up on, you can't complain with that result.
No, can't complain with the result. We were ruthless in the second half when I think Hemel tired a little bit. But first half, Hemel caused us problems. They had chances, some of them from our own making, a little bit taking too many touches on the ball in bad areas. But we got our noses in front, and then obviously the penalty kick made, we came in at 2-0, and I'm sort of saying to the lads, they were trying to catch us on the counter-attack and just make sure that we don't leave ourselves open to anything stupid. And then when the chances came, as I say, we were clinical, and in the end, we looked like we could score every time we went forward.
And scoring 5 goals away from home is no mean feat in any division. You pleased how clinical your front three were?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, listen, I don't really care who scores, so long as we score. But it's always good for front players' morale that they find the net. Sometimes they don't, but they Danny Wright today, for example, he's punching his way, he's doing all the ugly stuff, running the channels, getting hold of things for us. One or two of the boys needed a 90 minutes. Harry's got 90 minutes, Terry. So we look at it like that, and that George obviously got 90. So that's a plus, because we're going to need all of our squad going through now into the last 15 league games, and of course the cup now. We've got Telford at home, I believe. So I would imagine a big crowd, tough game. They're absolutely flying in their league, so it'll be a tough game. Hemel showed why they've got quality players. They have got some good footballers, and they try and play and quick interchanging and passing, and try and play through you, which I was showing the lads the other day. They play very narrow and ticky-tack almost through the middle of you. But in the end, we're a very powerful unit, pace and power, and in the end we just had too much from.
And how important was that second goal? You just weathered the storm from there. Sanchez tried to get in the game, had a few chances.
Yeah.
How important was that second goal?
Massive, yeah. I mean, to 2-0 obviously at half time is a good score, and then you're sort of saying, well, listen, the next one's important. If we get it, then it should be game over. If they get it, then it's obviously the game on. So I thought second half we were more against the wind and the elements. We were actually more composed than we were in the first half. I thought defensively we were a bit sometimes looked at full stretch when really we should have been a little bit more comfortable, I felt. But nevertheless, we weathered those storms. Boot made some tidy saves on a very, very poor night for goalkeeping, greasy and windy and wet. So he did very well. And I've just not. If you'd have told me 5-0, I would have been shocked. It was a good effort. In the end, we were ruthless. Jermaine came on, 2 terrific finishes, and we showed that we're a good side moving in the right direction. So we find ourselves in the quarter-final, which is wonderful for the football club.
And as you just mentioned, the conditions weren't great. That clean sheet must be even more pleasing then.
Yeah, it is. I mean, just winning football matches. I felt against Fylde. We were a little bit hard done by, if I'm honest. I thought we created a lot of chances and didn't score, didn't take them. And listen, you get what you deserve if you don't take them. But our build-up play and our creation of chances was excellent. And it's weird that we played well and probably should have got something from that game, and then Maidenhead, where they didn't deserve to lose. So that's football, and it pans out over a season. But I was delighted with that. It seemed a long time since a Fylde game for some reason to get out there and play again. And we're looking in a good place. We're in a good position in the league, and obviously having an extended trophy run, which is something we haven't had for a bit, and long may that continue. And we play Telford at home for the right to go to the semi-final. So we've got to make sure that in between times that we take care of league business. Immensely tough trip now on Saturday down to Ebbsfleet, and then on the Tuesday to Aldershot. So we've got 2 really tough away games, and we've got to make sure that we rest, recover, and prepare properly.
You've mentioned those 2 really tough league games. Are you happy with where the group are at going into those 2 games?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got to be after that. As I say, I thought we did all right against Fylde. Ebbsfleet are resurgent at the moment. They're big, powerful. They're winning football matches. So that I know full well that is going to be a really stern test down there. And Aldershot are a footballing side, and Gary has them playing expansive passing football through the thirds. So 2 different styles, if you like, that we're going to come up against. And we've got to make sure, as I say, make sure that we prepare properly for the 2 encounters. They'll certainly Saturday be physical. I don't think there's any 2 ways about that. And we've got to be right and on our game. But you can get beat by anyone in the National League. Anyone can beat anyone. If you're not right and you're not on your game, then you're getting beat. So we've got to make sure that we come out of traps firing.